I swear this should not be this difficult. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Firebirds. We are running at Richmond. You can call shenanigans if you want to, but we're running at Richmond. Now, this is race 8. By the way, Lynn White on the pole. However, not exactly the focus of today. We're going to go ahead and jump in here. We are actually going to look here. Lynn White. Excuse me. Toy boat. Not Lynn White. John Lane. I made this series and I still screw it up. Anyway, John Lane. So, the points difference between first and last during a given race right now is 60 points. 3 races left means that you can be a maximum of 180 starting this race and still have a sliver of a chance for the championship. Guess who's looking at it? 20th place in the standings, leading ahead of only Chris Harvey, who came in halfway through. 180 points out of first. Lane must win every race. Here, especially, but he must also win the last 2 races. Tracy Howell, who you see in the background there, for that to happen, has to finish dead last every race. As you can probably imagine, this is highly unlikely, especially considering that Howell has a better average finish than Lane, who has been consistently one of the worst drivers on this side of the pit road. In Camaros, he's actually doing not bad. Now, Jim Carranza here, 2-time Camaro winner, but not doing so hot in the Firebirds. Doesn't have to win, but as of right now, if this somehow managed to finish the way that they're starting, he would survive. See, Jim here has to finish 5 positions ahead of Tracy Howell in order to retain any chance of the championship. And yes, we are putting this heavily on Howell because he is the points leader by 18 points. So there's only 3 points at each position lost. So that's 6 positions right there that someone has to climb up. It's far-fetched, and things will only get more interesting as we go along, but as of right now, those are your 2 main points. Also,
drivers, start your engines.
Well, yes, that. Okay. Looks like everybody is off pit road. Good. Harvey with a bad qualifying finish. Now, as I was about to say, there is the reiteration of a technically mid-season rule. It was made in between the Firebird and the Camaro race back at Phoenix. Aside from Chris Harvey, every other driver in the grid right now is a member of the House. The lowest of the House drivers at the end of the season will be effectively fired from the championship. But only the championship they finished last in. Lynn White taking advantage of that inside line and running away with this already. Short tracks are always interesting. Sometimes you never know if they're even going to work. White looking to re-establish themselves and looking to improve on a season that has been not the greatest. Not the worst, but not the greatest. Walker hoping that maybe they can pick up a win here. Walker was the winner of the Camaros last week at New Hampshire and is looking to get past Lynn White here. 40 laps to decide a winner here at Richmond. And the field has caught back up to White. He is no longer running away with it. Good. Good for competition. But he's managing to stay ahead. That's what's important. Hammond looking inside of Walker. Not going to take that. Aronson looking to make up pace. It's been a disappointing start. Actually, it's been a good start. It's usually a disappointing race, though. He falls apart at the end of the event. May Ellis making a bit of a comeback. Nice. Actually, White's season has been pretty good. He's currently 4th in the standings, tied with Daniel Barden's. However, he wants more. So does May Ellis. I wasn't even aware where she was. May Ellis takes the lead on lap 8. May Ellis, the initial winner in this series, back at Phoenix. But White's not going to just take that lying down. This time Ellis has competition. Oh, White with the slide jump, but it's too much of a slide. Ellis takes back the lead on the crossover. Aronson looking for second. This looks like it's calmed down a little bit. So Ellis, 10 laps in. Ellis, White, Aronson, Walker, and Charles Marshall. Your top 5. Walker looking under Aronson. Has the position. Does not capitalize. People are trying different things, and it's just not working out for many people. Currently, Eckert is in 6th, and Bardens is powering through in 7th. Hammond and Carranza up top of the track. Whoa! Look at Wolf. Seems like there's an actual strategy to just chucking it in hard on the inside. Lane is not in a good spot right now. White has gotten back ahead of Ellis. Aronson is looking to get ahead of Ellis as well. Charles Marshall looking to follow. Aronson throws it in but hits the brakes. White is getting away now. I was not expecting this much energy, this much excitement. Eckert and Gardens, 6th and 7th. Looking underneath Walker now. If Eckert's not careful, Gardens is just going to push him out of the way. That backfires on Gardens. Bardens is underneath him. There's the tongue twister again. Oh, Eckert and Walker and Gardens. We almost had 4 wide at Richmond. Good heavens. Eckert and Walker and Wolf, they're bouncing off each other now. Eckert and Walker are not letting this go. They're going to end up getting into trouble with each other if they don't get this organized. I don't know that anybody has any major damage, but that could very well slow the whole lot of them up. Lane looking to try and make their way forward. Now in 9th. I don't think I've come out of the top 10 since this race started. Stadler is looking up here now. Hammond has fallen back out of the top 10. Meanwhile, up front, Ellis has taken the lead again. It looks like White got high. We are almost halfway through this race. 19 laps in. Ellis, Aronson, Marshall, White for the moment in 4th. Barnens, Walker, Garden, and Lane are looking, waiting. We got 3 neon colored cars at the front of this pack. At the halfway point, May Ellis leads. Jacob Aronson had his nose up in for 2nd on that lap. Charles Marshall technically 3rd. Aronson has the track position, but Marshall is getting a bit of an aero boost from White. A lot of an aero boost from White. What? 21st, Tracy Howell. Okay, let's do a quick rundown. 1st place, May Ellis. 2nd place, Charles Marshall or Lynn White. They are battling for 2nd right now. Lynn White will nose ahead on the backstretch. 4th place, Jacob Aronson. 5th place, Daniel Bardens. Marshall is taken 2nd outright. 6th place, Tyler Gardens. 7th place, James Wolfe. 8th place, Catherine Harris. 9th place, Dorothy McLean. 10th place, John Lane. 11th, let's give it to Minnie Nelson. 12th to John Walker. 13th to Wayne Stadler. 14th to Jim Carranza. 15th to Gerald Wilkinson. 16th to Cedric Black. 17th to Isaac Hernandez, having a bad day. 18th to Nicholas Eckert. 19th to Chris Harvey. Not really been able to make forward progress. 20th to Tracy Howell. 21st to Thomas Hammond. Just in time, we can move back to the front and see Charles Marshall challenging for the lead. He's going to take the lead. And we have a caution. We have a spin on the backstretch. Catherine Harris, Minnie Nelson. On lap 26, they spin out. Let's take a look. At this point, they are 8th and 9th. Harris. Oh, actually clips. Oh, my. Doesn't hit anything, though. Well done. But loses a lot of positions. As aggressive as Harris and Nelson have been, though, they could very well get that back. All right, back to the live picture. Whew! That was a fast 20 laps. As of this moment, we will have at least one more lap of caution. So, possibly 10 laps of green flag racing. Should be exciting. Charles Marshall in first, May Ellis in second, Tyler Gardens in third, well done. Daniel Bardens in fourth, Jacob Aronson in fifth, Lynn White in sixth, looking to retake some of those positions. James Wolfe in seventh, with a nice move. John Lane in eighth, trying desperately to get to the lead. Wayne Stadler wanting to say, I want three. John Walker in 10th, wanting one of each. Jim Carranza trying to keep his championship hopes alive in 11th. Dorothy McLean in 12th. Gerald Wilkinson in 13th. Cedric Black in 14th. Isaac Hernandez in 15th. Starting to make some progress. He's going to need some help, though. 16th is Nicholas Eckert. 17th is Chris Harvey. Maybe if he can get going, he can actually recover and keep up his top 10 streak. Tracy Howell in 18th. If he finishes here, he eliminates John Lane automatically. Thomas Hammond in 19th. I don't envy him at this moment because in 20th is Catherine Harris, looking to retake positions, and 21st is Minnie Nelson, looking to do the same thing. Looking like maybe 8 laps of caution. Or 8 laps of green once we come off of caution. Whew. Catch your breath. They're going green. I can tell you that the top 4 in points are not doing well. The only one that is in the points right now, in the top 10, is Lynn White. And even then, Daniel Bardens, who he's tied with in 4th, is doing even better. Eight to go. Charles Marshall plants it. He does not get away. May Ellis is on his butt. Was there a bump there? Charles Marshall not using the entire track, looking to Keep Ellis behind him, possibly. And that worked. Ellis stumbles badly. Tyler Gardens takes second. Wants the lead. Wants to justify that number one painted on the door. Jacob Aronson falling like a rock. Jim Carranza hugging the wall right now for some reason. Harris and Nelson have not gotten going yet. Although Hammond's basically going to surrender position to Nelson right here. Charles Marshall is a ways away. Over a second at the line. First, second, third, and then a cluster. Aronson trying to hold on for fourth. Look at Lane. Lane is moving to the inside of everybody. Aronson has recovered and is trying to take Ellis. Marshall has floored it. Lane gets past Walker. John Lane is now in fifth. Barden's looking to retake sixth, fifth, sixth. Does not. Lane and Aronson with Walker and Barden's right behind them. Marshall is coming out of turn 4. Barden's can't catch him. No one can catch him. Charles Marshall figured out something on that break and is running away. I believe this is what he did last event. But not to this degree. 2 seconds. Something happened to Wilkinson. Something's going. We've got a crash. That will end the race. What happened to Wilkinson here? He blew up. Wilkinson blew up. Got inside. So what happened here? Oh, Carranza hit black, or Carranza spun black. Wolf was collected. And that's basically the end of it. Bit of chaos trying to get back around. But yes, your winner tonight, barring chaos, Charles Marshall. Tyler Gardens will finish second. Mayne Ellis third. John Lane fourth. Jacob Aronson fifth. John Walker sixth. Lynn White seventh. Wayne Stadler eighth. Daniel Barden's ninth. Isaac Hernandez recovering to finish 10th. Impressive. Jim Carranza 11th. Tracy Howell 12th. Tracy Howell eliminates John Lane and Jim Carranza from competition. There are 18 drivers eligible for the championship, leaving Richmond. Dorothy McLean finishing 13th. Minnie Nelson 14th. Chris Harvey could not get to the top 10. They'll have plenty more chances. Finishing 15th today. Not bad. Honestly, not bad, considering the poor start, the back of the pack start. Thomas Hammond finishes 16th. Nicholas Eckert finishes 17th. Catherine Harris couldn't get going again, finishes 18th. Cedric Black spun, finishes 19th. James Wolfe, collected by Black, finishes 20th. Gerald Wilkinson finishes technically 2 laps down. Oh my, what a race. Let's put this on live. For some reason, the 12 and the 17 came back out on track. I don't know why, but they did. Regardless, this race is over. Now, it does not give a reason why Wilkinson Parks is towed back, pushed back. See the spin there. The race is over. And they just retire the car. That will be penalized. Well, I say penalized. It'll be an issue for the inspectors after the race. However, I'm starting to calm down. My name is Brian. I hope that you enjoyed today's exciting experience. Camaros will be running next week. Until then, take care. Oh boy, that's going to be crazy, isn't it?